Hey guys, how are you doing today? I'm really well, thank you. And I'm super excited about today's video because this is a collab video with none other than Megan from chonunmigooksaram. Megan does these super sweet, funny and entertaining videos about her life as an American in South Korea. So if you're interested in South Korean culture, this is just a really fun way to sort of explore more about the Korean culture, to see it from another foreigner's eyes. So I can really recommend you go watch her videos. They're so entertaining. Usually when I go to her channel, I can't really watch just one video. I end up watching 10 in a row. Me and Megan got to talking the other week, and she actually just turned vegan quite recently. So we thought it might be fun if we each do a Korean recipe made vegan. So I'm doing bibimbap, which is a mixed rice dish in a very simplified way, and Megan is doing bibimbap, which is basically the same but with noodles, and she's even doing a vegan hard-boiled egg. I can't wait to see her video. Like I said, this is a very simplified version of bibimbap. It's not the authentic traditional kind at all, because traditionally you'd use eggs, and of course I'm not using that. Also, you have gochujang, which is a spicy Korean chili paste thing, but that can be quite difficult to find everywhere, and also usually has a ton of crap in it when you buy it in the store. So I'm using a homemade chili sauce instead. And yeah, usually you'd have a lot of sesame oil in this dish as well, but since I'm into Whole Foods, I try to not use too much oil, so I'm gonna use just a bunch of toasted sesame seeds instead. To start with, we are going to take our radishes and our cucumber pieces and just totally cover them in some salt and rice vinegar to make them all crunchy and sour and yummy. And then they're just gonna sit there until we are done with everything else. Next up, we're going to prepare our spinach, and basically we're just gonna wilt it real quickly, which means that we're gonna put all the leaves in boiling water and boil it for less than a minute, and then just pour out the hot water, cover in cold water, and then squeeze out the excess water, making the spinach softened but still with a lot of texture. Also, we're going to just put some salt and garlic on that and let it sit for a while. Final step before we get our rice and assemble everything is to saute some mushrooms and carrots, and we're going to saute them in just some water, some garlic, salt and some white pepper to make them a little bit spicy. You want to saute these really quickly because you want to keep as much of the crunch as possible, so just a few minutes, and use a really hot pan. The veggies are all done and we are ready to assemble our bowl. I have some rice on the stove that's just ready. Usually you would probably use a medium grain rice for this, but I could only find short grain rice yesterday at the store, so I'm using a short grain white rice, but you can of course go with brown rice or whatever you want as well too. Pretty, right? So to make a sort of globe of rice like this, just put it in a bowl and make sure that the bowl is a bit wet before you put in the rice. That way the rice won't stick to any of the edges of the bowl and you can have a nice little dome of rice like this. Okay, so let's assemble our bibimbap. Now you can of course use any veggies at all that you like. This is just what my personal preference is. So just put some around the edges of the rice like this, some spinach. So I'm making this a huge portion. This is both for me and David. We're going Lady and the Tramp style today. Some radishes, and these are all crunchy now. We have our cucumbers. I love cucumbers. But just use whatever you have at home or whatever you like. I like to use a mix of cold and hot veggies. Ooh, moving on to our hot carrot. Don't burn yourself. Use a spoon. Don't do it with your fingers like I do. Too lazy to get one. Some mushrooms. You got to love mushrooms. Now, how pretty does this look? We have our homemade chili sauce. I actually made this yesterday. If you want me to share a recipe of this chili sauce, I'm happy to. Just let me know in the comments below. You can also use a store-bought chili sauce, of course, or if you find gochujang in a Korean or South Asian food shop, you can of course use that too. Okay, here's our really weird Burmese tofu, which is basically chickpea tofu. It's so easy to make, it's really healthy, really yummy, and it will sort of imitate the hard-boiled egg in this dish. This is one of the recipes from my cookbook actually. Let me know if you want me to make a video of this. I'm dying to make a video of this because I think it's so cool. Time for some green onion. I love green onions, so I'm just gonna use a lot. And last but not least, let's just cover all of this in yummy toasties, little sesame seeds. Don't be shy. And we are done. Our very simplified bibimbap vegan version. I hope that you think that this looks cute. I'm ready to dig in. Oh, and you can of course use regular tofu if you want, just fry it or make a tofu scramble or something like that, and it will be just as lovely as this. Oh my gosh, you guys, just look at all the yumminess going on in this bowl. The only thing that would make it a little bit nicer in my opinion would be with my homemade vegan kimchi on top, but I'm all out. I'm so going to have to make that this weekend, and if you want to make it with me, I'll put a recipe in the description box below this video. Oh, and guys, say hi to Megan.
Okay, hello Jenny and hello everyone. I would just like to say that bibimbap that you made looks so good. I mean, my mouth is watering right now.
So on my channel, I made something called bibimbap, and yes, I even made the vegan egg on top. I currently live in South Korea and
I make silly videos about Korean culture, etc. So come on over and check me out. I hope you have a fantastic day. I will see you.
Thank you so much, Megan, for doing this collab with me. Korean food is the best. And guys, don't forget to check out Megan's channel and the video that she made. So go on over there, subscribe, and tell her that I sent you. And I guess the only thing left for me to do right now is to just bibim the heck out of this bap.